The U.S. Navy has long been regarded as the dominant maritime force in the world, but its ability to maintain this position is under increasing pressure due to challenges within the U.S. shipbuilding industry. With global maritime threats escalating, there is a pressing need to expand and modernize the fleet, yet delays, rising production costs, and workforce shortages are threatening the Navy's capacity to keep pace. During a recent testimony before the House Armed Services Committee Seapower and Projection Forces Subcommittee, Brett A. Seidel, Deputy Assistant Secretary of the U.S. Navy for Research, Development, and Acquisition, discussed these mounting issues, which continue to challenge the nation's ability to maintain a ready and capable naval fleet. The U.S. Navy's current fleet includes a broad array of 237 ships, from advanced aircraft carriers and attack submarines to specialized vessels like mine countermeasure ships and amphibious assault ships. These ships serve crucial roles in ensuring the Navy can project power, maintain deterrence, and respond to emerging threats across the globe. However, despite the impressive technological advancements, the pace of production in U.S. shipyards has not been able to meet the increasing demand for more vessels. Shipbuilding in the United States faces several interlinked challenges. The most significant of these is the gap between the Navy's growing demand for ships and the industry's ability to deliver them at a sufficient rate. Seidel noted that delays in ship production have become increasingly common, with some vessels being delivered 1 to 3 years later than scheduled. Additionally, the costs of building these advanced warships have risen faster than overall inflation, putting a strain on both the Navy and shipbuilding contractors. This situation is exacerbated by a reduced number of competitors in the shipbuilding industry and capacity limitations at major shipyards like Huntington Ingalls Newport News Shipbuilding, where critical vessels such as the Virginia-class attack submarines are constructed. Workforce shortages, especially skilled labor, have further complicated efforts to ramp up production. To make matters worse, the consolidation of the shipbuilding industry after the Cold War has left fewer resources and facilities to meet the Navy's ambitious goals. As maritime threats evolve, the U.S. Navy is faced with the urgent need to bolster its fleet. Seidel's testimony emphasized that there is a critical need for additional vessels to safeguard U.S. interests and maintain a global presence. This is particularly pressing as the U.S. seeks to maintain its strategic deterrence and power projection capabilities in a rapidly changing geopolitical landscape. However, this need cannot be met if the shipbuilding industry continues to struggle with delays and cost overruns. The Navy's long-term plan includes growing its fleet to over 300 ships by 2032 and reaching a target of 381 ships by 2042. Achieving this ambitious goal will depend on overcoming the current obstacles facing the shipbuilding sector. Failure to address these production challenges could result in a gap in the Navy's readiness, with fewer ships available to meet growing operational demands. Despite these challenges, there is a sense of optimism. Seidel remains confident that collaboration across multiple sectors, including Congress, the shipbuilding industry, and academia, will help address these issues. By working together, they can help streamline ship production processes, invest in workforce development, and tackle cost overruns. As Seidel pointed out, the strength of the U.S. Navy is vital not only for national security but also for maintaining global peace and stability. Moving forward, the Navy will need to find ways to meet both the production goals and the evolving demands of the modern naval landscape. This includes accelerating the pace of ship deliveries, addressing workforce shortages, and leveraging new technologies to make shipbuilding more efficient and cost-effective. For the Navy to maintain its global dominance, overcoming the challenges facing the shipbuilding industry is imperative. The U.S. Navy operates a diverse fleet of ships that fulfill various operational roles. From the heavy-lifting aircraft carriers to stealthy attack submarines and amphibious assault vessels, the Navy's fleet is designed for a range of missions across the globe. Here's a breakdown of the different types of ships currently in the fleet. Aircraft carriers, 11 ships. The core of U.S. naval power projection, capable of carrying up to 90 aircraft and supporting global operations. Amphibious assault ships, 9 ships. These ships transport and deploy Marines, helicopters, and vehicles, enabling rapid deployment in combat and humanitarian missions. Attack submarines, 51 ships. Stealthy, nuclear-powered submarines that carry out a variety of missions, including offensive strikes and intelligence gathering. Ballistic missile submarines, 14 ships. Essential for nuclear deterrence, these submarines carry Trident II missiles and ensure second strike capability. Cruisers, 9 ships. Equipped with advanced defense systems, these ships protect other vessels and provide command capabilities during operations. Despite the Navy's technological and strategic advantages, The reality is that maintaining and expanding the fleet requires overcoming the persistent issues within the shipbuilding sector. The proposed FY 2025 budget indicates a need for urgent action, with only 6 new ships requested, falling short of the required target to achieve long-term fleet goals. The challenges facing the U.S. shipbuilding industry are significant, but they are not insurmountable. By addressing production bottlenecks, workforce shortages, and rising costs, the U.S. Navy can continue to lead the world's naval forces. The path forward will require collaboration, investment in infrastructure, and a sustained effort to meet the growing demands of modern warfare. With these challenges addressed, the U.S. Navy will be well positioned to maintain its dominance and readiness for the next generation of maritime threats.